All right, guys, I wanted to create a quick video about this is my version of a good halachic library. I live in the middle of nowhere in the country. So to be a decent Jew, a good Jew, as good as you can be without community, you have to pull from several sources. So the two major sources I usually start off with is either the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch or the Ben Ish Hai. And actually, the Ben Ish Hai and the Drashot and the Halachot, they're one work. However, there are two works in English. So we got that. Also, the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch as well is a very important work. Here's my study guide for the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch, the tell me what day we're on. I'm even though I'm not a Chabadnik, I am a huge fan of Chabad. At least some of their ideology. I lean more towards Breslov personally, but I do like certain things of Chabad. So especially some of their halachic outlook, even though it's technically more minhag opposed to Kabbalah. So I have several volumes of. We see the Shulchan Aruch Harav. I actually have it complete in Hebrew. It's in the other room. Also, a huge. I kind of end with Chabad with Yosef Sneerson. So I have his work, the Letuki Debarim, awesome work. As well, someone who does lean on Sephardim a lot. You see I have the Ben Ish Hai. I also have several of his works here. And I guess you could call this as one of his Meforshim, the Dret Eliyahu. It's a very important work. And also, I have part of, the Yosef, Vadi Yosef, but just only the holidays. And there's a particular reason why I lean that way, just for holidays, just to have them for holidays. And it's due to the fact that sometimes you might have to lean more on a direct halachic opinion opposed to minhag, and also several other things with it as well. We'll get into it a different day. Also, for my wife, we see a Holocaust Bas Israel and Lost for Women of Ben Ish Hai. Also, I'm very thankful to get this order this from Yonatan Halevi, is Yehi Shalom, which I really enjoy a lot. I've been using it more and more. So that's where usually I start off first when I also look at over here the Mishnah Berurah. I do own it. So I do look here in certain cases. A good example is the willows for Sukkot. Like, if a good example where I live, I might not be able to get to Detroit to get willows if my willows rot. So, and that has happened before. So, in the Mishnah Berurah, it does state you could get a type of northern willow due to the situation of being in Europe. Same very similar temperature in Michigan, Ohio, where we're at. Very similar to the lands of Ashkenaz. So there you go. So certain things, leniencies and whatnot, it's a perfect work. Also, we got the Gemara and also the Sefer. We got the Hunik here, the Chinuch right here. There's another version of Chinuch I want to get, but I don't have it. Majority of Blackman's Mishnah, I actually like that one the best. Obviously, we have Tur, the Shulchan Aruch, and this is dealing with shminka. So we have nida and separations and meat and dairy. Then we have the normal Shulchan Aruch and the Mishneh Torah. So this is halakha. This is like my halakha area. Obviously, I'm here the most. So if there's something really tougher and I cannot get to, like, I have several Rabbonim I consult, and if I cannot get to them, obviously, I go right to the Rambam or the Shulchan Aruch and find the halakha. So, Baruch Hashem, that's usually the next step. Or you look in the Gemara or the Hinuk, and then you go from there. And also, we have some of the Mechilta. It's JPS, but it's okay. I want the Sifra and the Sifri. So even, like, good example, why do men and women don't dance together in a group? Well, we see in the Mechilta, it actually brings the situation down where it says men and women dance separately. And we know that's Halakhic Drashot. And that's, I haven't looked in the Rabbah yet. I think I did look in the Rabbah, but I couldn't find anything. But we seen it was in the Mechilta. And also this is more or less the side with dealing with Kabbalah Midrashim. Like I said, I lean Breslov a lot. So I can't technically say I'm a Breslover because I haven't been to Uman yet. And that's one of the kind of the things you're supposed to do. So obviously the Zadik, the Kuti Halakot, the Likuti Moran. Also we have here the 50th Gate. Now we kind of move away from Breslov. I have a few other books on the other side. That's Breslov, which is more my Hasidic side of the room. A lot more Hasidic literature is on the other side. We got the Inyakov right here. We got the Tanhuma. We have obviously Midrash Rabbah. And we have down here the Zohar Kodesh. We have also some of the Arizal works, and also one of my favorite, Avraham Ebulafia. And then over here, we kind of have just random works, various form, So, Baruch Hashem. And that's it. That's kind of my basic rabbinic library. It's very simple, but for a Jew living in the middle of nowhere, it's more than enough to live decent. And the more Seforim that comes out, the more I grab, and I'm very particular what I get. I just don't get everything. I'm very, very, very particular. And that's one thing I will hope you guys, if you guys in a more rural area, that you'll be very particular instead of just buying everything you see. Because if you buy everything you see, then you might have a problem. Because you're just spending money on things you really don't need. And yeah, there's a few other things I forgot to mention, but and I have books in here too, various books. So, all right. So let's see what I have in there. I have, there's this really random. Where we have the 39 Melokos, the World Mass, very good book. Few tractates of Mishnah and Holocaust Pesach. Actually, this is actually a pretty good one, believe it or not. It's conservative. It's old conservative, so it's almost like modern Orthodox, which is pretty cool. It's called Across the Threshold. I don't even know if you can find that anymore. And that's it. So, any questions or comments or concerns, feel free to message or whatnot. And talk to you soon.